Hi, Scorpio. This is Jody with Soul Purpose Tarot. I am in Carmel, Indiana. I am a Libra Sun, Capricorn Rising, Sagittarius Moon. If you have been here before, welcome back. If you're new to the channel, what I normally do is let flip, fly, or fall anywhere from 5 to 7 tarot cards, take a look at those, and then clarify with various oracle decks. So let's see what's going on for the second half of May for Scorpios. You guys, first half of May was you got an A+ from the universe, it sounded like. So let's see if, what I have a feeling is perhaps there is a handful of you that have moved out of this. The reason I feel like those of you that have figured your shit out have moved out of this group, and because once you kind of get into the place that you need to be, you're not going to be watching these anymore probably. But I feel like there's a recycled, I feel like I'm getting some recycling stuff because if I can spit it out, because I just did an Aries video, and 6 months ago, Aries was almost to the finish line, and several things was going their way, and then all of a sudden, the reading that I just did took a big step backwards. And so what I don't know is if I am tapping into the same group or if I have tapped into a new group. Because maybe the old group finally got where they needed to go and they moved forward, and they are not circulating in that group that I'm channeling now, if that makes any sense at all. So let's see what's going on with Scorpios and see if I'm looking at a different group. The Hermit card. Okay, so the Scorpios are coming out of hermit mode. I feel like you guys have spent some time in contemplation, and that's always a good thing, because when you're in contemplation, the universe has the ability of getting you on path of where you want to go. And the Star card came up, so that makes me think that your wishes are getting ready to be fulfilled, because you did what you were supposed to do. And Aries has a hard time doing what they need to be, and that's what this last reading that I just did for them was, a whole lecture about why the universe is spinning them around in circles like a toddler that won't go to bed. So you guys, at the moment, do not seem to be doing that. Oh baby, and now the Magician card is coming up. So yes, you have come out of hermit mode. Your wishes are getting ready to become fulfilled. You have learned how to manifest. You have learned how to make shit happen. So you're now, I feel like, but you're not going anywhere just yet, because the five of Wands card is kind of you're still stuck. So that's taking a pause. Okay, so let me think about this. It's kind of like, okay, I've got, you went into contemplation. You are clear about what your dreams are. You are pretty clear how to make this happen, but you're not moving forward just yet. Because I feel like this is like half of the reading and then the other half of the reading. So I'm trying to figure out what is stopping you at this point in time. So let me see what emotions you're dealing with. And maybe that will help me see why it's kind of like you've got 3 major arcana cards, which makes me think that you have figured some, I feel like I want to say you have figured out how the universe works, and you are ready to work with the universe. But your thoughts, there's still something up here that's got you tripped up. Let's see if we can figure out what's tripping you up. What's stopping you from taking and grabbing that 10 of Cups, the wish fulfillment. What's stopping you from doing it? It's like you know how to do. Okay, so disappointed comes out. So I guess that to me tells me that you're disappointed that it's not happening faster. And I also feel like that goes along with you're afraid you're going to get disappointed because you're afraid that you're going to, let me think what they're saying. You're afraid of getting disappointed. It just was in there and went out as fast as it came in. You don't want to be disappointed. And you don't want to make promises to anybody. So I feel like you're like going, I can't tell anybody what I figured out because I don't want to get people's hopes up. I don't want to tell people that I have figured out some of the secrets of the universe, because if I can't make it happen, because you still have some doubt there. You still have some doubt that you can really pull this off. And so it's like, I can't tell anybody what I figured out because if I really can't pull this off, then I don't want to be humiliated. So it's like you, okay, so this is what it feels like. It feels like you went to college and you read all the textbooks, and it's like, all right, you've graduated from college and now you're ready to go out and find a job, but you still have this fear in you that you're not going to find a job. And so you don't want to tell everybody, I'm like, what kind of job you're going for or even who you're interviewing with, because you don't want people to keep asking you, so how's that going? So how's that thing going on you were working on? And that's your ego talking. Longing, yearning, wistful, homesick. And it fell underneath the wishes fulfilled. So it's like, I feel like you're clear about where you want to go, but there's still some fear here that's tripping you up. And I feel like it's like some ego stuff. It's because it's like going, nobody's going to believe what I have figured out. Nobody's going to believe how I've done this. So it's like I feel like you've got one foot on the gas and one foot on the brake, and your thoughts are the thing that have you on, has your foot on the brake. What else is going on? Whoa, I don't want all those. I want this bottom one. For some reason, I feel it. Sad. In the reverse, you're not sad. Okay. You're not sad anymore. But that doesn't mean that you're moving forward. So what else is going on? I want this one. Oh, see? That falls underneath these other ones. You don't want to be embarrassed. You don't want to tell people that I have figured out the secrets of the universe and then have it backfire or blow up in your face and then get embarrassed. So your ego is part of the problem here. It's like you don't have anything to prove that you have your shit figured out. Ashamed. So you don't, yeah, it's like your thoughts right now, your thoughts are holding you back from really guilty. And I feel like that goes along with you don't want to get blamed for making promises to people. So it's this feeling, oh, I keep having these thoughts pop in and then they just disappear. I should have shut up when I had it. It's this feeling of, it's like, okay, so this is what I'm seeing. It's like the universe handed you the key and you still have this fear like that you're going to stick the key in that lock and it's not going to turn. And then what are you going to do? You're going to be embarrassed. You don't want to be embarrassed because you ran around going, I got the key, I got the key. And you don't want to tell people you've got this all figured out and then end up being ashamed. So there's a fight with your ego. Let me think about this. I used a different deck of cards with the Aries, and I kind of liked that. So let me try that today. I'm trying to think, what question did I ask? What do you need to give up, basically, is what do you need to give up in order to trust the universe? What are you still holding on to? Not what are your blocks, but what are you still holding on to that keeps you from grabbing what the universe is handing you? What is stopping you from taking that cup that the universe is trying to hand you? Advocate. Okay. Light attribute inspires you to put compassion into action. Shadow attribute, embracing negative causes or committing to causes for personal gain. Let me think about that. How does that play in? What do you need to give up? To me, that feels like you have a tendency to get yourself into, I want to say negative fights, but I don't mean like fist fights. I mean, like, I feel like you get in, like, you have a tendency to get into verbal confrontations, perhaps with, like, I feel like I'm like talking politics right now. Like, you like to get in and waste a bunch of time and energy having big, deep, long conversations with people about politics, which is a total waste of time and energy. Because you can't talk anybody really into changing their political beliefs. Or animal rights is another thing, like meat eaters versus vegans. It's like you have a tendency to get yourself into negative, like, conversations that just kind of spiral down. They suck your energy, and it's like you want to be an advocate for something, but you're like beating a dead horse sometimes. I'm like, there's this feeling, I'm trying to spit it out. Okay, and another example, like, you can't talk everybody into selling or doing essential oils like I do. Some people just will not hear you for nothing. Some people are stuck in their head that going to the doctor and spending a bunch of money on that is the way to do it, and they are stuck in their old programming. Okay, there are people that are stuck in their old programming that you are wasting your time on right now, that are not even at the mode of it's like, you should have left that conversation an hour ago. They are not ready to change their old programming. They are not open to it. And that's what you keep getting yourself stuck into, is you keep getting yourself stuck in conversations with people who are in old programming. And as bad as you want to, you can throw something at it and see if it sticks to the wall. But if it doesn't, walk away. You can't talk idiots into thinking your way. Oh my God. Finally, they're letting me move on. Good God. Liberator, light attributes. Freeing yourself and others from what did I just say? Freeing yourself and others from outmoded beliefs. Releasing negative thought patterns. Okay, so basically that's what I just went off on. Is you're trying to talk people that are stuck in old programming, talk them into seeing things your way. Don't waste your time. Talk to the people that are open to your way of thinking. I've started trying to figure out how to do energy healing. And, there are people out there they don't have a freaking clue how it works. They're not interested in learning it. I don't waste my time on them. I'm off and on my day. So that's what you need to start doing, is don't waste your time on idiots, basically. Gambler. Willingness to follow intuition. This is a light attribute, even when others doubt you. Shadow attribute, relying on luck rather than hard work. You need to... Okay, so let me think about this. This is something that I feel like this is, the universe is saying, you need to get out of that mind frame of thinking that you're gambling on the universe, and just getting in that place of knowing that you're going to win at the end. Because gambling, when you gamble, you don't know if it's going to work or not. And in this case, it's kind of like you've been handed the key, but you don't know if you're going to go there and it's going to unlock, because you still don't have full and 100% trust in the universe to have your back. And that's what you've got to get out of. You've got to get out of that mode of thinking that the key that they have handed you is not going to work. It might work, it might not work. You need to trust that it will work the way it is supposed to. I want this one right here. Damsel. Okay, so light attribute, understanding the nature of healthy romance, inspires you to rely on yourself. Shadow attributes, waiting for a knight to provide for you. It's the coloring of it's what's making it so hard to understand. Waiting for you. Seduction by romantic illusion. Okay, for those of you who are single, some of you may be waiting on your knight in shining armor to... Okay, I get it. You're waiting on your knight in shining armor to rescue you. But the universe is saying you don't need a knight in shining armor to rescue you. The universe has your back. Okay, I get that now. Ugh. Sorry, that took me so long. The coloring on that is like light against light, and I can't read light against light very well. Okay, we're at 17 minutes. I want something out of the last words of advice from the universe. And these are the Mermaid Oracle cards. There's one. Couple last words of advice for Scorpio. Okay, let me get one more. What? Okay. That one and that one. Okay, they have a lot of last words of advice. So this one says vulnerability. Open your heart. Allow yourself to be tender. I think that goes along with you can't be vulnerable and have an ego at the same time. You can have one, but not both. Because when you are vulnerable, your ego could get hurt and get its feelings hurt. And so that kind of goes along with, like I said, that second half is your ego is like trying to protect you. So they're asking you to step out of your comfort zone and be vulnerable and ask, and trust the universe to provide for you what you want provided. The mirror, know thyself, self-examination, seeing who you really are. So, I think this is, knowing what you're, for years I always heard that word shadow side. I never really knew what shadow side meant, but I guess I do now. It's like, it's those things that hold you back, the blocks, the old programming that makes you do things out of bad habit instead of, maybe the way the universe wants you to do it. So take a good look in the mirror and know what your bad habits are, your shadow side, the things that stop you from moving forward when the universe has handed you the key. Reflections, what you contemplate can actualize. Well, that's what the whole reading started out, was about you have come out of you are coming out of contemplation. You have kind of figured out some of the secrets of the universe, and now it's saying what you contemplate you are achieving. So they are just reiterating that what you are visualizing you can make happen. Get your ego out of the way. Divination, prophecy, fate, destiny, future fortune. What the hell does that mean? Let me think about it. Let me check this. The unseen. Too much is hidden from you. All right. That's part of what your fear is. Yes, when you turn things over to the universe, you do not know how they are going to provide, what's going to happen, and that can be very scary. Especially when, when you've been used to doing things a certain way, and you've kind of had a way of doing things, and now you're like going, I'm going to let the universe take me where I want to go. It can be very difficult and very scary to do that. And so that's part of where that ego comes from. You're like, I don't know what's going to happen. This is scary. And that's why you kind of go back and forth between, I can do this, and then to this thought of like, oh my God, I don't know what's happening. I need to know what's happening. Dreams, vivid dreaming, dream messages, and dream teaching. So you could very well be having dreams that are helping guide you forward at this moment. So pay attention to that. Divination, prophecy, fate, destiny, future fortune. I feel like the word destiny is on there. That's what I need to be paying attention to. This is part of your destiny. Part of your destiny that you signed up for this go around was to get handed the keys by the universe. That was part of what you came down here. And then I feel like anybody that gets handed the keys to the universe and figures out how the universe works is kind of bound, or has come here to help teach people how to use that in their lives. So I feel like that's kind of what that's saying, is that's part of your fate. That's part of your destiny, is you ask the universe to hand you the key. You have taken it. And it is a big responsibility. When you finally figure out how things work, I feel like that is your responsibility to help teach those that don't know how it works, how to do it. All right, I'm going to leave it at that. I will see you guys, June 1st. This is the middle of May reading. I'm losing my mind. Okay, I'll see you guys in June. Talk to you later. Bye.